Let's go, pal.
Скитальцев пустоши приветствует Шкрэк, и мы продолжаем проходить Nuka-World для фоллаут 4. И сегодня мы продолжим двигаться по сюжету, потому что вспомогательные задания у нас пока висят. Нужно завершить ремонт центрального компьютера, я не могу добраться до последнего ядра по причине отсутствия электричества. Ну и поговорить со Сьерой Петровитой, и у меня не получается, потому что она чего-то молчит. Поговорить с Харви есть еще задание, но я думаю, это не сильно спешное. Так что займемся мы, наверное, настоящим делом. Надо поговорить с Шэнком. Почему мы с ним должны говорить? Ну, Гейдж полагает, что нам пора приступать к освоению Содружества. Он сказал, мне нужно сходить на рынок Язертауна и поговорить с неким Шэнком. Вот это заявка на победу, действительно. То есть, неужели мы пойдем Содружество захватывать? Что-то как-то мне это... Ну ладно, пойдемте поговорим. Вот этот Шэнк.
Look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. Gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you and Nuka-World's favorite Cyclops are standing here, well, I suppose he expects you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long did it take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
Hey now, no convincing, just a friendly conversation between like-minded individuals.
And what makes you think I've been convinced?
Well, if you aren't yet, you sure as hell should be. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
Ну что, предложение, конечно, заманчивое захватить Содружество. Так, ну, собственно говоря, оно и так под моим влиянием. Ну, не знаю.
I wanted to ask about your role in this.
I'm listening.
Which gang do you work for?
Don't work for the gangs. Gage brought me in to work for the overboss. Plan was I'd advise Coulter in his grand scheme to run roughshod over the Commonwealth. And despite Coulter's change of heart, I've kept my ear to the ground, just in case that day ever came. I'm hoping today might finally be it.
What is it that you get out of helping me do this?
I've been well taken care of up to this point. I ain't greedy, but people with my kind of talents aren't common. All I'm looking for is a continuation of the lifestyle I've become accustomed to. And the same piece of the Commonwealth pie everyone else around here has been itching to take a bite of.
That was all I had.
So, does that mean you're ready to begin?
If I'm gonna do this, I don't want to hurt people.
No fun in that. But look, you're the overboss. You decide you want to sweet-talk the poor sods we're gonna be dealing with instead of filling them full of lead? That's up to you. But I can't change the fact that you're gonna have to run some people out of their homes so we can give them to the gangs. No one said being boss was gonna be easy. Now, you just say if this is something you're ready to move on.
Так, ну тут понятно, что если я откажусь от захвата Содружества, то кино не будет. Так что придется согласиться.
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. we're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from. An outpost. And there are two ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave. Or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land? Or you want to wipe them out?
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
Так, интересно. Ну, собственно говоря, придется, наверное, все-таки отрешиться от того, что я работал когда-то на Минитменов, и приступить к захвату территорий. Там мытьем или катанием, по-хорошему, по-плохому. Будем пробовать.
Is there a difference between the approaches?
Well, settlers will probably rally some bodies if you try and wipe them out. But it's a guaranteed way to claim a spot. If you try to scare them off their land, there's a chance they might just tell you to take a hike. At that point, you might be able to buy them off. But it could end up getting expensive if you don't work them over a bit first. Beyond just that, there are some places out there overrun with trouble. Ghouls, children of Adam and the like. Those places aren't going to be interested in having a chat. So you're going to have more options if you go in guns blazing.
Let me talk to them. I'll convince them to leave.
Works for me. Once you've planted your flag in the place, I'll send a crew in to set up shop. Now, next up, you'll have to pick who you want to hold your outpost once it's established. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
Так, с кого начнем? Давай с
The
адептов.
Yeah? Better bring a tarp.
I'm sure the ladies will be happy to get some blood on their hands. For a good cause, of course. You know, for any cause.
That just leaves the target. Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again. Make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka-World's first new homestead?
We can't target certain settlements with certain jobs?
Unfortunately. Can't talk people off their land if there's no one around to talk to and the like. Most cases, I'll try to let you know why we can't target a place. But the biggest hindrance is if there's already some activity going on there. Though if that is the case, that Pip-Boy of yours might be able to give you some info on whatever might be blocking us hitting that spot. Now, you ready to pick that first settlement?
What were those targets you'd recommended before?
Croup Manor, Taffington Boathouse, Greentop Nursery, and the Slog. Again, I can't guarantee those will all be available targets till I check my notes. But if they are, they're certainly a good place to start. Now you ready to make your decision?
Так, сейчас
Not just yet.
посмотрим.
Sure. Take your time.
Что-то он все, что называл. Так, мастерские. Грей Гарден. Лодочный домик. Таффингтона. Это что ли он? Людей 0, пища 0. Особняк семьи Крупов. 2 людей. Патагонка. 8 людей. Ох, тут много людей. Теплица, тоже много людей. Так, по-моему, вот лодочный домик можно выбрать. Там, по крайней мере, людей нет.
So you decided how you want to claim that territory?
Get a gang together. Those settlers are as good as dead.
Stick with the classics. Which gang you want to join you on the job?
The disciples.
Uh-huh. Now, the target. You ready to decide where this is going down?
I'm ready.
Good. So, what's the target?
Так.
Let me... Wait. Pretty sure that place is one of yours, boss. That's where you want to hit?
Ну и что мое поселение, они все мои там поселения. Так, не сомневайся во мне, так, а это важно?
Does that matter?
Only if you want to keep control of it. Targeting a settlement for a job is gonna break whatever connections you might have had to the place. Worth taking a moment to consider how much you like having that spot under your thumb. So, that the target?
Там нет людей.
Don't you ever question me.
Just wanted to make sure. So, these sorts of jobs are pretty straightforward. Move in, kill everything in sight. Be a couple of our guys waiting for you when you arrive. Help you clean the place out. Now, you're not gonna be able to take a direct route to the place. Fast way to get yourself killed. So you'll have to meet our folks outside town. Wouldn't be surprised if some Minutemen showed up to lend a hand. Wish I could see their faces when they see who they're going up against. Now, if you're looking for something to give you an extra edge, might be worth checking in with some of the gang bosses. Probably got some trick or two up their sleeves. The crew that's joining you is just gonna have standard kits though. If you want to arm them up differently, I'd take along some extra gear. Give those settlers hell.
Так, ну что ж, войны, наверное, ж не будет. Там же никого не будет на месте. Так, сейчас посмотрим. Захватить форпост для банды. Лодочный домик. Встретиться с отрядом. Ладно, отправляюсь туда. Ну вот, мы уже почти у цели. Но я смотрю, тут противник нарисовался. Ладно, сейчас разберем. Нет, это не противник, это так себе. По-моему, сейчас с этим оружием мне уже никто не противник в этой игре. Так, ну где там моя банда? Гейдж, ты что, гвоздями гоняешь? Ух ты, сколько их тут. Они начинают напрягать немного. Так, надо подлечиться перед боем. Если будет, конечно, этот бой. Так, ну что? Что будем делать? Так, пардон.
Hey.
Boss, I checked out what we're facing. We're all ready to carve up these idiots and their little friends. Wanna move in?
Let's get this show on the road.
Hell yeah.
Так. Вперед, Заря, навстречу. Ух ты, а там люди откуда-то взялись. Не было ж никого. Вот это номер. Придется убивать. Блин, я сам турелей наставил этих. Придется переломать их. Так, все сломано. Сейчас машина долбанет или долбанула уже. Ох, как и я люблю такие взрывы. Так, еще осталось парочку, сбегают. Даже не парочку. Ладно, сейчас догоним. Куда они спрятались? Ничего себе, как подлетело. Так, вот там вот еще турель. Поломал. Так, кто-то сбежал все-таки. Блин, сначала я турели понаставил, а теперь сам разбирать должен их. И сколько мы так будем захватывать? Все. Капут. Так, ну что? Обстановка. Как обстановка. Так, теперь рейдеры из вашей банды займут поселение. Гейджу это понравилось. Ну а то еще б не понравилось. Что-то они работают вроде. Так, мне, значит, что нужно? Посмотрим. Так, соорудите сигнальный флаг для вашей банды в мастерской поселения. Мастерской также можно, наверное, включить? Да, могу. Так, а где эти флаги? Так, стоп. Рейдеры. Флаги. Так, а мне надо флаг адептов также. О, сюда поставлю, красиво будет выглядеть. О, красота. Все. Так, сейчас перетрем быстренько.
Unimpressive, but I guess it'll do. The sooner we get some supplies coming in, the better. You can run along now. Go tell them how it went.
Так, поговорить с Шэнком. А восстанавливать тут ничего не нужно. Так, сейчас я посмотрю, с чем тут проблемы. А, пища, вода, энергия, все есть. Защита, места. Все, осталась только пища, но они сказали, что там типа появится. Вон, хотя есть пища, что они тут прибедняются. Ладно, разберутся сами, не маленькие, а нам надо назад возвращаться в ядерный мир.
I don't care to talk much. Gets me into trouble.
Hi there!
Well, well. Word going around is there's some new raider boss tearing up the Commonwealth. Not too shabby. I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Так, ну что, заставить поселенцев снабжать вашу банду припасами. Ну, я думаю, стрелять тут неинтересно. Тут я уже с таким оружием убиваю всех, а вот уговорить попробовать, вот это будет интереснее, наверное.
Let me talk to them. I'll get them to hand over what we need.
Sure, sure. So, which crew you want keeping an eye on the place once you get them to bend the knee?
Так, теперь надо, наверное... Так, кому? Или операторам, или стае дать? Ну, давайте, пускай стая заведует продуктами.
The pack.
Works for me. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. The Slog might be a good choice to hit, though I'd have to confirm that's still the case. So, where you want to do this?
Так, говорит, в Патагонку. Ну, давай в Патагонку, без разницы.
Huh. Was that? Huh. I think that one's your territory, boss. You're sure that's the one you want to hit?
Там все мои территории.
Don't you ever question me.
Of course not, boss. So, to get these settlers to cough up provisions, they need to know that we aren't a crew to be trifled with. You can try convincing them to pay up, or you could rough them up some. Let them know we mean business. Lizzie Wyeth with the operators ought to have some tools you can use to make things easier. Plus, having an outpost nearby gives us another option. Claiming the airwaves. Building a Nuka-World radio transmitter at an outpost within range of the target will let them know we're closing in on them. Your Pip-Boy map should show you which outposts are close enough to serve. And if none of that works, well, I suppose you could always try paying one of them to convince the rest. And it's worth remembering. The more populated or heavily defended a place is, the more prep work you're gonna have to do to get them to bend. But, you got options. Good luck.
Понятно. Ну что, вот это будет, наверное, интересней. В плане того, что... Так. Включить радиопередатчик в поселении лодочный домик Таффингтона и убедить жителей снабжать вашу банду Патагонка. Ладно, отправляемся туда. Так. И там на месте разберемся. Так у нас же есть радиопередатчик, я не понял. Вербовочный радиомаяк. Может его разобрать? Активировать, а если активировать просто? Так, ладно, сейчас он, наверное, точно нам тут не нужен. Так. Разобрать. Так. И теперь нам надо построить радиомаяк. Вот, передатчик ядер мира. Отлично. Ставим. И сейчас запитать надо его. Все отлично. Так, теперь идем на эту Патагонку. Где она у нас находится? Ага, вот. Ну, наверное, отправлюсь туда так. Так, ну что, я почти рядом. Так, наверное, надо освежить дыхание перед разговором. Так, где мои виноградные ментанты? Гейджу это не понравилось.
Hey, you.
Christ.
Who gives raiders a damn radio station? What can I do for you?
I'm here to make you an offer. This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka-World caps, food, whatever you got. In exchange, we won't bother you.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of hard work goes into this place. Can't just give it to you.
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, alright? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. Now please, get the hell out of here.
Так, ну вот и все.
If you want to rest for a minute, this would be a good place to do it.
Все прошло как нельзя лучше. Так, что теперь? Теперь опять к Шэнку надо отправляться. Поехали. Надоело, конечно, вот туда-сюда мотаться. Это очень неудобно. Ну, ничего не поделаешь. Дорога занимает в 2 раза больше времени.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who they're dealing with. You did good. Now get going. The adults are gonna discuss this.
Так, что там такое произошло? Говорю, дорога очень много времени
Figured
занимает.
this would happen sooner or later. Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors in the Commonwealth. An outside crew of raiders think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up, and our people with it. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Mayhem and destruction is what I'm thinking, for what it's worth.
Ну, мне тоже, собственно говоря.
What can you tell me about this gang?
Not a whole lot. Our scout said the boss calls himself Sinner. Claims to have a decent-sized crew ready to take what we stole fair and square. Suppose he just needs to learn who his betters are. So, are you and I of the same mind on how that ought to get done?
Не, ну, к совести я не буду, наверное, раз банда там какая-то тоже у нее. Идут они куда подальше.
Bingo. Only language raiders in the Commonwealth understand. Force. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
Так, лодочный домик встретится с отрядом рейдеров. Вот плохо, конечно, если бы этот Шэнк отправился туда, на Большую Землю, не надо было мотаться. То, как вспомню на этом паровозе, пока доедешь, и быстро оттуда не переместиться, он очень медленно едет. Короче, кошмар целый. Вот это вот, конечно, большая ошибка беседки, что они сделали так, что приходится сидеть минуты 2, пока едет этот поезд, и терять время. Но ничего не поделаешь. Так, ну что у нас тут за проблема?
Hey there.
Well, look who finally made it. We spotted a pretty shady group nearby. Could get company any minute, so watch your back.
Так, значит, сейчас нагрянут. С какой стороны, интересно? Подождем твою маму.
Who's in charge around here? I'll tear their... You! You, the Nuka-World
О, какие чудики.
Thought you could move your gang into Sinner's territory and live? You give me one good reason I shouldn't slice you open and eat your heart right here.
Да, похоже, ты отмороженный по полной программе.
You listen closely. This land is ours. So turn around and crawl back under whatever rock you came from. Right now.
Whoa, whoa, easy. Take it easy, all right? Sure, just, you know what, keep it. Place was a shithole anyway.
А, блин, ссыканули. Не, ну серьезно, пришел, поговорил, опять назад ехать. Меня времени, надо его сюда телепортировать. Потому что такие побегушки не очень приятны. Ладно, поехали назад. Ой, Лия, проваливай ты отсюда. Обрадовалась. Свободные уши нашла. Иди, иди, иди.
Got another one coming through the gauntlet, boss. Rich is waiting for you.
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
So, what's next?
Well, right to business then. So I suppose your recent success brings us to the next step. Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, just like any other settlement. That they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that, you just say.
What can you tell me about entertainment for the outpost?
Well, it's a damn handy way to keep folks distracted if you're lacking in certain basics. Constructing pick-me-up stations or getting one of your crew working on a booze still will certainly help lift your outpost's spirits. And if the place has got a Nuka-World transmitter powered up, you can construct amplifiers to help as well. Anything else I can answer for you?
Tell me more about providing food for the outpost.
So, managing your outpost's food can get a little tricky. No one ever joined a crew to dig in the dirt, so you'll want to make sure you've convinced enough settlements to supply your gang. People at the outpost can farm in a pinch, but they sure as hell won't be happy about it. Now, if you're ever wondering if your outpost has enough food, you should take a look in your Pip-Boy. It ought to have a page that'll show you everything your outpost currently needs, food included. If they're low on grub, it's probably time to get a new settlement supplying you. Or you could always drop some food direct in their workshop if it comes to it. Now, was there something else?
I want to know more about managing the outpost's basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses. Plenty of beds under cover, and enough clean water to go around. Not much more to it than that. Was there anything else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Sure. If you've ever got more questions, you come find me. Or you can always consult that Pip-Boy on your arm. No better tool to tell you what your outpost may be hurting for. Now, this time around, seems the outpost doesn't need much setting up. Means we can start looking onward. And with the place in as good shape as it is, I was thinking it might be time I set up shop there. Save you a trip anytime you want to run a job. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. Be good to make some trouble in the Commonwealth again. So, you ready for the final piece of the puzzle?
And that is...
Bodies. And not the kind the disciples like to leave sitting around. Because what you've made is a foothold. To solidify our place, our outfit's gonna need some real numbers. 2 more outposts carved from the Commonwealth ought to do the trick. Get all that together, and, well, we'll have a real base of power on our hands. With that kind of clout, we'll be able to start setting up dealers at our outposts. Get to selling stuff like real damn towns. We keep expanding from there, we'll even be able to set up spots where the locals can come drop off tribute. but I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, you'll want to start by claiming another 2 outposts. You just let me know whenever you want to get rolling on those jobs. So, boss, what's the plan?
Так, ну что, еще надо 2 форпоста создать. Так. Отправить Шенка в форпост. Пока вопросов нет, я хочу провести операцию. Так, а что значит отправить Шенка в форпост? О, может его туда отправить, а потом оттуда и разговоры все разговаривать. То будет меня гонять туда-сюда.
I want you to head to an outpost.
Sure thing, boss. Where am I going? Suppose I better get a move on then. See you there, boss.
Ну вот и отлично. Вот пускай туда валят, а я там с ним уже буду разговаривать. А то как дурачок езжу туда-сюда. Так, может надо было что-нибудь прихватить. Ай, ладно, у меня там всего хватает, наверное. Так что обеспечим там всем остальным. Так, а сейчас посмотрим. Вообще-то. Так, а моральная битва может пойти тумаков надавать? Ай, ладно, это неинтересно. Так, создать форпосты рейдеров. 1 из 3 создан. Надо еще 2 штуки создать. А выбирать, наверное, произвольные, что ли? Ну, окей, выберем. Где людей нету, выберу и пускай заселяются. Блин, я уже думал, это Престон Гарви ходит. До сих пор он в печени сидит. Так, ну что, друг? Стоять.
Something I can do for you? There another settlement you want to help?
Конечно, поможем еще. Так.
Was hoping you could arrange a job for me.
Works for me. What type of job did you want to run?
Давай новый форпост создавать.
It's time we took over another settlement.
Sure thing, boss. You gonna talk to them yourself? Or should I get a crew to help you put them in the dirt?
Так. Ну, опять попробуем уговорить. Вернее, не опять, а на этот раз.
Sure. And which crew should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
Так, кого ж отправим? Операторов, стаю, адептов. Так, давай стаю, наверное.
I'll send word along. Or howl or something. So, where do you want to hit?
Так. Я даже не знаю, где поменьше. Переулок Висельника. А что это за переулок такой? Так, а сейчас мы посмотрим.
You gotta give me something, boss. Wanna pick some other target? Or another job?
Погоди.
Let's do this later.
Your call.
Так, сейчас посмотрим. Переулок Висельник. Ох, ничего себе, 19 людей там. Так, а где у меня мало людей? Особняк Крупов, 2 человека. И там полный голяк. Вот, наверное, туда отправимся.
Shank.
Boss, what can I do for you?
Looking to run a job.
Yeah. What kind of job we talking here?
I want to claim another outpost for our gangs.
Got it. So how'd you want to approach it? Talk them into leaving yourself? Or you and a crew putting some lead in them?
I'll run them off their land myself.
Got it. And which crew should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
The pack.
Mm-hmm. So, where do you want to do this? Huh. I think that one's your territory, boss. You're sure that's the one you want to hit?
Don't you ever question me.
Just wanted to make sure. So, to get these folks to scram, you got 2 main options. buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are, the simpler or cheaper getting them gone will be. Claiming additional outposts within range of the target will also help make convincing them go better. But that's more big picture. Something to consider as you plan out future conquests. Scare them good, boss.
Так, ну что, отправляемся. Ох, какой хороший особнячок. Так, ну что, надо свежее дыхание принять.
This is fine. I wasn't planning on sleeping tonight anyway.
Так, тут эти
Hey, you.
гули.
Can I help you?
Are you the one in charge around here?
About as much as anyone, sure. Now you want to tell me what it is you want?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
You want this place? Listen, not trying to piss you off here, but I'm not sure that's going to work. This is home.
Чего не понял? Стоять.
Yeah? Was there something else you needed?
Look, I'm trying to help you here. You need to go. Now.
Oh, that's how it's gonna... Fine. Take it. Place is all yours.
Так, и все. Почему на нем отметка стоит? Выполнено. Так, соорудите сигнальный флаг для вашей... Понятно. Сейчас бы забраться еще как-то сюда наверх. Ой-ой-ой. Блин, встрял. Так, кто бы руку подал мне. Опа. Кто и тут свисает. Так, где наш флажок? Флаги. Так, стоп. Флаги. Стая. Тут бы хорошо смотрелся, но я не дотянусь до туда. О, нормально. Так, ну что дальше? Так, надо создать третий, получается. Так, а что там еще? Ну да. Тут пока все. Сейчас посмотрю еще, как тут обстоят дела. Так, защиты нету. Защиту можно сделать каких-нибудь пару. Поставить. Так, и что тут поставить подешевле такие? Поставлю пока. О, уже идут крашеные. Так. Блин, тут нормально зайти можно было, а я прыгал. Это сюда поставлю. Все, пока хватит с вас. Руки, ноги есть, сами сделаете, что нужно. Понятно. Ладно, все, отправляюсь назад. Ну что, последнее поселение
Hey, Shank.
организовать.
Hey, boss. Just one more outpost to claim. You want me to set up that job, you just say. So, what do you need?
I'm interested in running a job.
You got it. Just need the details. What job you looking to run?
I'm looking to have some words with a local settlement. Convince them to contribute to the cause.
Ought to take care of those new outposts first, boss. Then we can talk supplies. Now, if there's something I can set up for you, you just let me know.
А, понятно. Значит, последний форпост сейчас
I
создадим.
want to get one set up.
And did you want to talk the settlers off their land yourself? Or should I rally some bodies to help you put them on ice?
I'll convince them to leave.
Sounds like a plan. And which crew should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
Так, а кого надо теперь? Адептов, наверное, да? Или оператор? Нет, адепты.
The disciples.
Got it. So, what's the target?
Так. А вот это.
Believe that spot's one of yours, boss. Still want to proceed?
Don't you ever question me.
Meant no offense. So, standard runoff job. You can scare the hell out of them, or try to buy them off. Whatever you need to do to get them off their land. Claiming additional outposts within range of the target will also help make convincing them go better. But that's more big picture. Something to consider as you plan out future conquests. Happy hunting, boss.
Конечно, это немного однообразно так. Так, много тут народу. Блин, хватает. Ладно, попробуем уболтать.
Hey,
Хорош копошиться там.
Yes? What do you want?
there's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
Leave? Thanks, but no thanks. Now I think I'm gonna have to ask you to go.
Капец.
Look, I'm trying to help you here. You need to go. Now.
Oh, that's how it's gonna... Fine. Take it. Place is all yours.
Фу, слава богу, согласилась. Ну и хорошо. А то я думал уже войну устроить. Ой, там робот ходит. Не мой робот случайно. Не. Это тот, которому я помогал, я вспомнил. Так, стоп. Не туда. Флаги адептов. Тут его повыше водрузить. Блин, не становится сюда. Ладно, поставлю тут где-нибудь, а его можно. Так, вы получили новый уровень способности Владыка Пустоши. Теперь вы можете назначать на форпосты рейдеров-торговцев. О, как! Нормально. Торговцев, так это значит тех с ошейниками, что ли? Так, выполнено. Создать форпосты рейдеров. Интересно, надо будет обустроить тут все. Так, а что ж дальше? Это задание выполнено. Что же дальше? Ух ты! 3 из 8, чтобы получить доступ к сундуку зданию. О как. Короче, надо расширяться. Демонстрация силы, поговорить с Шэнком.